Get me out of this fucking room. I've been wanting to explore as my man because while I was playing as my ladies, I found some lovely corporate attire that I wish to wear. But it comes with the caveat that I have to get this fucking man out of this fucking room.
Good luck.
Alright.
And that means that I have to go and do one of my least favorite parts in the video game, which is doing the brain dancing.
Glad you managed
Also, hello there, Tucker.
First place.
Hello, Tucker.
You have nowhere better to be than here right now. I say that in such a mean way.
But I did what I could.
Tucker, the French are holding my paint hostage so I can't paint my army.
What am I looking out for? Every single piece of tech I see? Security?
Like hanging out. Yeah, that's fair enough.
We will get everything else we need from the Virtue.
What about his messages?
Only if you can do it in Café Boris. It's most important that
Of course the French are.
nothing.
Yeah.
Try to
I ordered
relax.
a thing of Pterodon turquoise.
And if he starts talking about the
And,
biochip himself?
excuse me, of the contrast
Should
paint to
I-
blow through the airbrush.
Biochip. Where you hear this?
And a bit of Tesseract glow
That
to
is not
test
of
it out.
interest to you.
Along with that box
You
of
spin the
Zinch
virtue,
Boys,
you
and
come
they just
back
haven't
here.
shipped it yet,
We
and
give
they're
you the
usually
latest.
like
That is
on
your
point
one
with that
job.
when they ship.
The rest is none
So
of
I'm
your
just
concern.
mildly annoyed about that.
Understand.
But you know, they've never not gotten me something, so I imagine it's just something is going on that's causing a delay. But you know, more than the inherent delay that is caused by a massive pandemic.
Familiar with them?
Not enough to know what they actually mean. Heard of who might use them, though.
Who?
Could be the Voodoo Boys, but
Ooh,
this is a
Voodoo
hunch.
Boys.
Can't be 100% sure.
The spine-chilling Netrunner crew? Hard to find because they don't want to be. I wouldn't know where to start.
I didn't get the presents for my parents in time. Well, that's unfortunate. So that's what a male V sounds like. Male V sounds significantly worse than female V. Female V has a much better voice actor. It's the Mass Effect problem. Mass Effect Commander Shepard is just like,
But not this time.
I'm
Thought you
Commander
could pick the
Shepard.
voice you wanted.
There's two voices in this, unfortunately.
That, or someone's working it for her.
There's a male and a female.
What am I looking out for? Every single piece of tech I see? What about his
Hate that.
messages?
But yeah, female V is just a better voice actor.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, they weren't gonna pay like 7 people to voice act this game.
Might not be important.
I wish they let you do text to speech voice.
Narrows down our search at least.
What now?
I mean, I agree because
like
one of the
I'm
best
going on a field
Warhammer
trip
series on YouTube is just based on what if you gave a text to speech generator to the Emperor because he's bound to the chair. So it's like, I'm with you. Yes, the Emperor plays 2077. I would genuinely love it if Alpha Busa and the crew just did like one Let's Play of like Space Marine. Just play the like, what was it, like 2012 game Space Marine or something like that.
And if he starts talking
The Emperor
about the
trapped in his
biochip
gamer chair,
himself?
like Pat with
Right.
his gamer cube.
I might make
Why is this just floating here? Is that me?
cake batter and then just eat the cake batter.
Did you not already make a cake today?
Were you?
Yeah.
That is not of interest to you.
Keep in mind, I say that like politely. Like, I'm not saying don't do it.
You spin the virtue.
I'm very
You
depressed.
spin the virtue.
So
There's nothing else
shut
in this
up.
brain dance, really.
The rest is none of your concern.
Alright. Get me out of this brain
Alright, I
dance.
think we got everything.
How was the lava cake, Rachel? Looked great.
I'll be honest, I made it, took a couple
What do you
bites and went,
think?
oh, that's good, and then I just didn't eat it.
I mean, I feel like a lava cake is something that you need to, like, be in the mood for. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot in one cake, right?
V, get it together.
Yeah, Mom ate it.
Now we
Mom
know
ate
what
the whole
happened in
thing.
Clouds. They're the ones
Well,
who
I
tried
mean,
to
if she
flatline
liked
him.
it, that's all that matters.
Punched and nuke
Yeah, like, it was good. I was just too
Punishment?
busy dealing with other
For
shit.
getting played
You
by her?
you were too
knew
busy
more than they
reeling
thought she
from the
did.
fact that you had to
Couldn't let that
physically
go.
assault your father.
So that's who
Yeah.
she was running from.
I'm gonna make noise for a second, so this goes for you and for chat. So I'm sorry about this. Where can I do this? All
What's
the
up with
spaces
you?
in my room are weird right now. Why did Rachel need to punch a bitch? Because he was being a bitch. Also, if you guys heard that banging, that was me
Hey, get it
cracking
together.
open a chocolate orange.
Oh,
I don't normally like to eat on streams, but I do
It's
want
Christmas.
chocolate orange.
it's Christmas. Fuck it.
The woman who
Don't break
hired
your
Evelyn.
teeth. No, it wasn't like
idea
my...
who we're up
I didn't
against?
smack it in my
Your guess
teeth.
is as good as mine.
It's got like a little indent on the outside of it. And it's got
You're
a...
supposed to. You're supposed to smash it.
Yeah, it's got like a sticker on it. And then you smack it on that sticker. And it breaks the orange apart.
What's up with you?
Looks like Evelyn never told us the
I
whole
love
truth.
chocolate orange.
You're telling me.
They have them
known what
here
you
now.
gotten
I
yourself
got myself
into?
one.
Yeah, they're sold
So
in the
mad
US. They
at
have
her.
them forever. They're
Her
just
only
very
job
rare.
was to record a virtue.
Yeah. The
Pretty damn
Wegmans,
amazing
the
she
place I
managed to
usually
organize
shop
a
at, just
full-blown
started
heist.
carrying them.
And swipe
On the
I
chocolate
saw-
when you bite into it. They're not hard. They're incredibly soft. What are you
So
talking
that's
about?
where you came in. She hired you.
It's just a seal
Brought
that
this all
they
on
like.
herself.
Oh, I don't want to explain it.
There's one more recording.
I'll be fine.
Somebody
Cool.
do a little animatic of a chocolate orange doing a Buster Wolf.
Sure, why not? Nothing can surprise me at this point.
Oh, my eyes.
Oh, apparently one of my followers, their parents set them their Christmas presents because they live in England and England's on another lockdown. Someone stole their presents.
Oh,
Like all
lovely.
of them. So I'm like, Christmas just fucking sucks. That's another thing. Before I left, my mom and dad were like, we hope you had a good time. And I like looked them in the eye and I was like, Christmas fucking sucked.
I hope you had a good time. I had to punch you in the face.
Yeah. Right in the jaw. Now my fucking hand hurts. I almost like took his Christmas present away.
What language is
I
she
almost just
speaking?
threw it out in the
I
snow.
don't know.
Like,
Haitian
fuck
Creole?
you. You don't get this
At least
Christmas
the Voodoo
present.
Boys.
Didn't I?
You don't get this
Let me
$60
see
bottle
that
of wine that I bought.
translator.
Meantime, you try to tune into the phone's frequency. See what the other side's saying.
Or bottle of whatever fucking alcohol that I got him. I don't
Try
fucking
scanning the
remember.
phone.
Dude, I fucking hate brain dances so much. Oh, hell yeah, French. I mean,
Got
it's the
it.
Voodoo
Give it a
Boys.
second.
We got us some Creole black people.
What?
What?
In the
Heard
game,
her
I'm
mention
assuming?
Yorinobu.
Yeah.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
why Evan and Barry
No,
was
not in
recording
chat. What,
deep.
you think black people watch
Had
it?
another name.
Wait, the Voodoo Boys are
Something like
Cajun? I mean, voodoo, voodoo, all that stuff. Brain dances were the epilepsy thing, and then they patched that out like day one, like an hour afterwards.
We have to know what they're saying. It could be important.
And look at that, it was as easy to not do
Just found the auto
as literally just taking the red flash out of the white flash. Oh yeah, let me enjoy that French just automatically getting translated out. Just like real world Quebec.
Oui, li ale. Oui, li ale.
Pwese mwen mse la fe nou gen problem?
Kompli, se pi bon mwayen nou genyen pou nou rive so yon nou bou. Fok nou pon chans la.
Mwen te ame kwen menm jan ki si mwen mene nou direk sou alt.
Oh, they're talking about alt.
Très bien. Si yo deside si se pon
Did they just bring all the big name Cyberpunk characters into this game for real? Because we had Adam Smasher, we've got Johnny Silverhand, We saw Carrie Eurodyne at one point. Eurodyne. Freaking a bunch of the crew was there. And now they're talking about Alt, so that's Alt Cunningham. I don't know all of my cyberpunk knowledge and history, but I know enough of it that I'm at least literate.
Alright, disconnecting.
Oh, is Adam Smasher the big book guy? Wait, big book guy?
I don't get it.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, so Adam Smasher wasn't a big fuck-off robot originally. He got fucked up really bad and had to get his body swapped out like numerous times, and I guess the lore is probably that, you know, we saw him and Johnny fighting in this, that Johnny fucked him up enough that he needed a cyborg body. Usually people don't go like full chromed out, because if you do, you have a high chance of suffering cyberpsychosis. But Adam Smasher also just doesn't give a fuck anyways, so he probably is fine.
What's up with you?
A biochip we stole. It's got Silverhand's.
But yeah, Adam Smasher is Adam Smasher's like one of like the 3 big guys, which were Adam, Johnny, and Morgan. And Morgan is Morgan Blackhand. He was one of Mike Pondsmith's like personal characters.
Know who they are, who the woman is.
Silverhand and Blackhand. Listen, I'm not saying that they were the most creative, but
I've been dead the last half century. Sorry if I'm unable to hand you all the answers on a chrome fucking platter when you snap your fingers.
Sometimes you just take what you can get.
These people, what could they want from Alt?
How the hell should I know?
I should also stress, might be spoilers, might not be, but it's not spoilers if you actually know the lore of Cyberpunk's worlds, like, fuck it. Alt Cunningham isn't a real person anymore. She died, and it's, that she's a ghost in the net.
Why would you say that, though?
Because they're talking about her right now like she's a person.
Yeah, but what if someone didn't want to know?
But it's not actually spoilers, because that was a core game mechanic in like the
What if this
pen and
is their
paper.
first what if this is their first Cyberpunk?
Then that's unfortunate. Like, it's not, that's why I said spoilers, not spoilers, because it's not really. That's like sitting there and saying, like, if you are aware of the Star Wars universe, Anakin is Darth Vader. And then somebody's like, but I haven't watched the prequels yet. It's just lore. It's just part of the world. But yeah, her whole thing is that her body got fucked up and her mind got ripped out and stuck on the internet. And then Arasaka captured her internet ghost and Johnny Silverhand, because he was just like, that's my girlfriend, went and rescued her, but then she was like, I'm not your girlfriend, I'm like the AI remnant left behind by her. Which is really funny, because technically this is an AI remnant of Johnny Silverhand that's stuck in our brain, so it's just like, can I just ship these two not people?
You got any idea how to get in touch with the Voodoo Boys?
Fuck it, I'm out, too stressful. I made 50 extra money from crypto. That's good enough. I mean, that's fair enough. I'd invest in crypto literally just to be able to buy, like, paint. Because it's like, put small enough amounts of money and then I don't feel like I'm losing anything.
Why? Worried they'll give Evelyn up to him?
No.
Also, I don't think Johnny jerks it with the silver hand, but
Well, if you
maybe
wanted to
he's
get
into
back
it.
at Evelyn, you would have done it already.
So why the worried look?
I want it all to work out for you. You got a plan?
I wonder how many people still jerk off in the cyber future, right? Like,
I'll ask around, make a few calls. Let me put it
like
this
there's gotta
way.
be tools that are better. Like, as it stands, we talk about the fact that women have, like, the sex toy industry on lock. They've got a million different sex toys for anything that you can think about. But for dudes, it's like, yeah, do you want to buy the auto blow and have a horrifying dick suck machine? So, like, does everybody just have a horrifying dick suck machine?
You can get the
Thanks, Judy.
the fleshlights.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know, but I'm meaning, like, automating it. Making it so you don't have to.
They do have those. Instead of a dildo going into a vagina, it's the pocket pussy moving back and forth on, like, a rod.
Yeah, the auto blow.
Yeah, but it's not a... It's not like a...
No, that's just the name of the product. It has other settings. Like, it has, like, you know,
Then I
holes.
guess you should feel right at home.
I mean, I don't... if somebody had that, I don't think it'd be weird.
And she's nice.
Ah, fuck, I accidentally hit the skip button because I wanted to crouch and look at Johnny in his face.
If
In his
anything, I'd be
human man
jealous.
face. I want that sex machine. I mean, I don't, personally. He does look less bad right now, so I wonder if it was lighting that made him look kind of ugly before.
Didn't know she dabbled in robotics.
The one from
No,
Demo
that's
Man.
fucking shit.
I don't know. Listen, I've watched
Think that's
Demolition
how
Man.
she
I don't
winds
remember
down?
anything about the sex
After
robot.
a day's work of tuning hardcore smut.
What I do remember is you wipe with the seashells and you get fined if you swear. Which, fun fact, is also how Howard Stern works.
This might be, like, weird. Just due to with the art that I draw.
Yeah.
I find it really weird when people are like, that fantasy thing that I like to look at, I want a woman and or a man who looks exactly like that. Like in real life. Like, as much as I'm like, Jasper's really cool, big buff lady, it's like, I know feasibly that won't be possible without so much,
Like fucked up weird shit.
plastic that they no longer look human.
Well, I mean, I say this with an asterisk, obviously, gene modding. You do some Space Marine shit to her.
Yeah, but no one's gonna... In today's day and age, that's not gonna happen, Tyler.
No. I'm not saying that it will. I'm just saying, like...
But when people are like, I want my woman to have, like,
she's
size...
inhuman, though. That's true.
Size 30... frickin' Z tits. It's like,
Wait,
okay,
I have to
cool.
call Mr. Hands. Fuck.
It's like, okay, cool, but, like, that's not possible without her boobs being either so plastic...
Planet-sized
Or
tits, yeah.
or she's super unhealthy. Or, like, the full lips thing. I love full lips.
Right, we're
but,
gonna
like,
do gigs today, guys.
I know the way I draw, it's stylized.
Well, that's
Like,
the thing, is
I'm
it's
the-
not...
It's like, I am the poor man's, Iraqi. Like, I know this. But it's like, if I saw a woman with the size lips that I draw walking down the street, and she wasn't of a specific ethnicity, I would be like, those are fake. And they look bad.
I'm gonna be honest. Because I know you're saying specific ethnicity. I know the direction you're leading on that. It's like, I hate to say it, but most of those times, even then it's fake. Most people don't have lips like you draw because they're not real lips. Like, it's like 1 in 30,000 people have those lips.
Yeah. But I have been changing my style a little bit. But I've also had people get really mad. Like, I've had 3 commissions where they're like, this character has,
What?
like, giant, like, exercise ball boobs, and I don't draw them that way. And they're like, why don't you draw them that way? I'm like, I will not. Sorry. It's like, the biggest I'll go is, like, how I draw Jasper's. And that's as big as I'll go. And,
I
like,
did see
most
your
people
little bear drawing,
understand,
Misty.
like, Tucker's usually pretty good, because I don't draw the character as nearly as voluptuous as the character is, but it's just, like, it's my style, I can't. Because if it gets to a certain point, I'm like, it looks bad.
Speaking of, this rain looks really not good right now, but the world, when it's like kind of wet and shiny, everything looks like really great, actually. Like, this is one of those moments of if I had a better GPU, the game would just look so much more beautiful.
Or, like, I have another person who always does like their furry art, and they know like I'm not going to draw a dick the size of my body on that character. That's not happening.
Don't know
I
how
will
to draw
draw.
bigger. You just upscale the canvas and then you zoom in to draw instead.
It's like I will draw a normal penis. If at most I'll draw like a couple feet, but I'm not gonna draw like the
A couple
dicks.
feet.
No, listen, this guy, his characters, the dicks like are those kind of dicks that like if he's sitting, they go past his head kind of thing.
Oh no, the hyper
The
stuff.
hyper stuff, and he knows, thankfully he knows. It's like I will not do that at all. Like right now, do you know how much fur I've been drawing? I haven't drawn Tucker's is the only commission I've had in the past. No, and someone else commissioned Shura. Someone wants me to draw Shura, which I'm like, thank Christ. They're the only human characters I've had lately. It's been nothing but furry porn.
Dick the size of a house. I've seen furries the size of planets too. Yeah, like what the fuck?
I'm just gonna show you this. I think. What did I label it as? I'll just resave it because and I hate it.
Oh my god, this guy's blowing up my fucking phone.
So this guy, he really likes lingerie, and he's like, yo, I want to draw all my big buff masculine furries in lingerie. Like, I'm gonna hate this. Gonna love it, but I'm gonna hate it. Right? So
I'm sorry, did you
this
just make
is
the
what
distinction
I'm doing.
of furries being not human? Not you, chat.
So this is what I'm doing now. And like, if you look at it from a furry artist point of view, it's not bad. I'm actually mildly impressed with myself. But the fact that I'm
I was calling
drawing...
all furries human. Okay.
But the fact that I have to draw a giant bara bull with a penis the size of my body and balls the size of exercise balls in a see-through fluffy dress. It's just This is
You're doing the thing that I was talking about, which is like falling into the rabbit hole of just doing fetish art.
Yeah, and I hate it.
Yeah, most fetish artists do hate it.
Like, I know someone, when I posted the,
Sorry, I just love that this guy sent me, like, a bunch of cryptic shit, and when I was like, hey, is that you? He was like, yeah, anyway, I'm using a burner, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, alright, see you, and he just bye. Just casually after all the fucking stupid shit.
Like, I had someone message me because, like, the Mirako, that one bitch from Bleach, and, like, even my Undyne, they're not
running like this.
You're not drawing as muscular as you normally do. And I'm like, yeah, because it's getting old.
I want to do other things with my life.
And it's like, I like my caramel dance and Undyne thing very much. I think it's cute.
Right, I forgot. I wear the hazmat suit. And immediately...
I swear to fucking God if I'm getting sick.
We can just delete anything that's, like, not a purple at this point, right?
I would.
Because purples have more mod slots. Here's the thing. I've been so laissez-faire with how I play this game. Like, I've gotten people, like, covertly talking to me, just being like, hey, you know, you're deleting things that are one of a kind in the game that you can never get again. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I hack people with my brain. It's like, but because of that, I will now not throw away this katana or this gun that I found because people are just like, don't do that. You'll never get another one. I'm like, I don't use guns! Nick told me to do this mission.
I really want cake batter.
Forget your own soul.
sell them just to piss them off.
is-
Selling them would
It'll
probably be more
have
viable
done.
because if we break them, then we get their parts. But if we sell them, then you can go back and buy
It is
them.
of no importance. A bhikkhu does not defile his
Is that how
body
that
through
works?
cyber modification.
Usually.
It is against the Platimoksha. And yet, they knew about this. For me,
Normally in games, when you sell something to some like a
Hold on.
shopkeep, like
Somebody
it's
forced
gone.
you.
A lot of the time, they have
Not
like a
just me,
buyback menu in games
my
like
brother
this.
too. They drugged us,
They did in Divinity.
desecrated my body,
We can play
and
Divinity
all the
again.
while,
Mhm.
they mocked me.
Now we just gotta wait
How
for
can you
Nick.
do this to a fellow
We
human
just have to
being
figure out
and
like a
still
schedule
mock
that works
them?
for all of us.
Part of me says that we should do it on just like always on like a weekend, like always on like a Sunday or something
It'd
like
always
that.
have to be Sunday because those are the only days I have off. Like no matter what.
Always
shift
do it
I'm
on a
working.
Sunday. And part of me is like maybe even buy Divinity for other Rachel, and just have double Rachel.
Sure.
Given she has radio voice, we can maybe manipulate that. God, does Nick send you the creepy shit that gets posted about her?
No.
Holy fuck. Starting Divinity again? We might. Nick and I and Rachel have been talking about it for like a year and a bit.
Makes no sense.
But, like,
Go and do something like
because she's on that radio
that.
show,
Why?
We were
that
out
radio show
there
has
for
like
alms when-
like 3 million people
when
that listen to it
they
or something like
approached
that
us.
at
They
any given
laughed at
time.
us and asked
They have
if
a
we would
subreddit
give
dedicated
plant
to it,
as a donation.
and they constantly post
They
about
looked
Rachel and speculate
more
on her
machine
life.
than human.
And so when they were speculating about them,
Told
they were
us
just
they
like,
would improve us
"Oh
like
yeah,
tools."
Rachel is definitely fucking the other person that they live with that's not their boyfriend." Bracket, other boyfriend. And I'm like, what?
Oh, gee.
They don't have a radio show. They are like a technical person that works on the show that they occasionally will include in the show. And as a
How
result,
about you,
people are
brother?
fucking
Still
creeps
with him?
about it.
Yes.
It's probably 'cause
I
she's
was
a very
first.
pretty girl.
Then they were trying to decide how.
That's
How to
literally it.
modify
She's
it.
a very pretty young woman. So
Even
of
when
course
they
they're gonna-
didn't see
look
what
like
they looked
someone
like,
who
they were
can
just
reason
like
with these.
creeps about it.
I beg you.
It just
please
happens with
help
having
my
a
brother.
feminine voice.
I only hope it is not too late.
Sometimes I wonder
Do
about
not
it
wish
though.
for
Like
him
if
to end
I
up like-
I mean, I stopped posting pictures of myself on Twitter because people were getting weird.
Oh, I don't have an option for that. Okay.
Do you know how many times people tell me I should post an OnlyFans or like they would pay for my nudes?
What?
Just so you know,
Yeah, I
things might
mean,
get ugly.
people would.
Maelstrom doesn't mess around.
It's like
And here's the
There
thing.
must be some other
I am
way.
actually one of the few
Help us, please.
significant others out there
Without
that,
any bloodshed.
well,
I beg
incredibly
you.
jealous about
see what I
things
can
in the
do.
sense of like, nah,
way,
not super cool with
your
it,
brother's
would
good
probably
now.
be like, yeah, it's fine,
do not
in
know how
only
to
for
thank
one
you.
reason, and it's
They're
because I'm an
keeping
incredibly
him shut
pragmatic
just
person. I'm
north
like,
of
yeah,
here.
fucking
You shall find
milk
him
them
next
for all
time
they're
along
worth.
the docks.
Take
Well,
all
yeah,
their
'cause
cash.
it's like they're not gonna see me ever in person and or ever touch me. If I was like a stripper, I feel like that would be
Strippers is not as good. I don't like
yeah.
strippers. Stripping is just
Yeah.
because the
That's
industry is
close,
full
my
of
tab.
just shady, awful people.
Yeah, like but if it's like I have to post a picture the moment I get out of a shower, post it, and then suddenly I have 200
Okay.
followers.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. If I was like and I've talked about it before, if I was a woman, I would be just why am I getting so many, like, I'm trying to do this mission, and I'm getting another mission. If I was a woman, I'd be extremely butch. But if people were willing to pay for naked body pictures, I would use that to make just so much money to then just buy all the computer and Warhammer shit that I could ever want.
Okay. See you, Claire.
I've thought about it.
Excuse me.
But then it's like I don't have time. I don't even have time to send you that shit. When the fuck am I gonna make time to post that?
Yo, Keanu, you're actually looking a little bit better right now. I think they actually did update the character model a little bit. Like, not a lot, but again, maybe it's just the lighting is nicer. But yeah, no, like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I personally don't like the stripping industry only because of the fact that it does have a lot of like toxic elements to it, and I don't mean like the actual industry itself is inherently bad. It's more so just that it becomes like a weird haven of like drug shit.
Not only that, a lot of guys don't understand the no touching aspect.
Yeah, people really don't. But I mean, that's just true in real life, in general. So they told me not to kill these people. I have non-lethal hacks. Do these count as non-lethal? Because the last person I hacked, they treated it like it was lethal. Suicide is definitely lethal.
I like strip clubs.
Oh.
I've been to a few.
Holy
if you go to
fuck, 2,275 damage?
If you go to a strip club and you're like a woman and you're like not like you're obviously there just to like appreciate the dancers. There's so much like they're a hell of a lot nicer to you than they are the dudes, which is hilarious because then the guys get pissed. Like, why the fuck are you hanging around that chick? It's like, one, I'm tipping them, and two, I'm not grabbing their bodies. I'm just watching them dance in boots that I don't understand how they're dancing in. It's like, that's the best part about going to the strip club. It's like, how do you dance in shoes that are the size of my forearm? That's all I want to know.
Oh. Oh.
So this is where they're keeping our fellow brother.
Please. Allow me up on bins. We're actually getting, like, not terrible frames right now, which I can only attribute to the fact that it's nighttime in the game. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I'm going with. Alright. I don't know where everybody is in this, so we're gonna ping them. One guy over there, one guy down there, one guy over there. Okay, guy over there. Distract.
Fuck me, what is it now?
You... Go down. Please don't turn around, 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 please don't turn around.
Did you turn around?
No. This Buddhist monk who's been turned into a cyborg was like, please don't kill anybody. I'm like, alright, we'll see. I don't remember if I didn't kill the other guy outside or not, but ultimately I don't care. Doesn't really matter. I'm only here for your brother? I don't know if he means like a Buddhist monk brother, as in like a brother monk, or if he means like a literal brother. I wonder if Buddha's okay with cyborgs. No. Explicitly no. The monk was explicitly talking about the fact that he was not okay with cyborgs. These guys are like obsessed with Chrome, and so as a result of that, they've been kidnapping the monks and then making them into cyborgs as a joke.
What are you doing here? What happened?
Because you're like modifying your body from the base natural design, but also because you're like fucking with weird shit. Haven't been able to catch any streams. Have been watching your Zelda playthrough. Somebody's actually watching the Zelda playthrough. Also, oh hi there. I do remember you followed relatively recently. Hi, welcome back. I'm surprised somebody's watching the fucking Zelda video. You're doing yourself a nightmare favor there. That's like a monkey's paw curling in live action.
One of them wanted to remove
because on the one hand, that is a fine, the fine series. On the other hand, it is also a terrible, terrible series. Shepard is getting a desk tonight.
Was walking by, caught
his parents bought him a desk. His sister bought him a microphone.
They're never just joking.
Nah.
He
got some other shit.
Your brother sent me.
He got a
He didn't
nice
want the
dad
same
sweater.
thing to happen to you.
I should also point out, I get a lot of shirts and stuff for Christmas.
I'm especially grateful.
Because I like to just get clothes because then I don't have to go and do shopping myself. There is a shirt that I got that I'm going to have to take a picture of as a meme.
It's not up to us
Okay.
to judge what they deserve.
My mom decided,
Yeah,
because I complimented her on the shirt that she has to wear for work now, which is a polo shirt. Oh, well, he complimented on it. He must like polo shirts, and then bought me 2 polo shirts.
Why does she have to wear a polo shirt?
How'd you even get
Because it's
taken
like
by
the
Maelstrom?
thing that
Most
her
people
boss
avoid
wants her
him like the
wearing at
plague.
the office now.
We are here as
So dumb.
strangers.
It just
We
has
wander
like
from place
the
to place.
little name of the
When we
company
arrived in
of the
my
clinic
city,
on it.
We had no time to
Um,
identify its
but
dangers.
yeah,
Monks live in
basically she bought me
monasteries.
2 polo shirts, and one of them's just a
Used to
plain
be
white
taken
polo
out.
shirt. So now I have to take a picture
My
of that
brother and
polo
I
shirt,
belong to a group that
posing,
follows
doing
the
the
earliest
"you know I
Buddhist
had to do it to a
teachings.
meme."
It is an interesting life. We have met many
This
unusual
monk
people.
is being too
Yeah,
monk.
so I see.
I mean, he is a Buddhist
There's no
monk.
need for sarcasm. We know the world is dangerous. But
People
if
need to
one
fight
takes
Ganon
no
without doing the
risks,
divine beasts. The
one
fight is
will
so much
never
better.
know
No,
what lies beyond
that's
their
my
front
answer.
door. I'm sure you understand.
Your brother's waiting for you. Not far from here.
First, I must catch my breath. And then...
I didn't say you just said people in
Please
general,
leave
and
to
my
show me
response
saving
is
help.
no.
Look who's taking the righteous path. If you're so afraid of killing, maybe you should have become a monk instead of a merc.
Killing isn't the solution to everything.
I wonder if
If
someone's
you wanna
like
change the world, there's always a
just
price to be
rushed
paid.
right to Ganon.
As for these
Yes.
clone fucks, you think they got all this
And
gear
how
by
long did the
sitting
fight
around
take?
Going,
If they
I'm
had
not sure how
enough
long
to
it
spare
took,
on
but like
us,
the speed run of that
surely
game
they
is
don't
only
need
like a
all
couple
of
of
it.
minutes long.
Jeez.
Johnny, you and we gotta. I like you. I like you, Johnny. I really do. But here's the thing. You're criticizing me for not killing some people because the monks asked me to. Oh, he's gone. I forgot that he's a ghost. Fenrir. A special SMG. I mean, we'll give it a look. Actually, you know what? What's on the stats on Fenrir here? Deals thermal damage with an increased chance to apply burn, reduces bullet spread, increases bullet impact at the cost of higher recoil, empty scope slot, muzzle slot, mod slot. Not bad gun, but just really not the type of gun that I use. But we'll hold on to it just because why not? Johnny part metal hand. I mean, yeah. Like, literally. I wish that there was just a cosmetic outfit that gave me back that suit from that one chapter. I'm such a mark for shit like that. Like, just give me a suit. I just need one more point in technical. Holy fuck, get me a level up because then I can start crafting legendary shit. What do I have that I can craft that's legendary here? Because I know I have some good shit. Because some of these don't require me to have had the weapon before because they're just basic actual guns. Like, I could craft a legendary level katana easily. In fact, I have more than enough parts. And if I craft that, it has a fucking damage of 1,321. Not that I fight people very much. I do just mostly hack people with my brain. I could get a Yukimura legendary smart pistol. The
Big boy
Dian,
brain does big boy things.
the Ying Long, which is a smart SMG and is also an iconic gun. So could be good for me. I feel like the way that I fight in Cyberpunk is such a good indicator of me that, like, if you watched it, like, you personally, you would understand exactly the mentality of just, like, why, when we've had, like, discussions about Tyrion and shit, why he's just completely cool waiting for, like, 400 years or more for a plan to come together. Because when I first started playing this game to get my character power leveled for when I was streaming, I would just sit in an area for 40 minutes to complete it because my character was so underleveled, but I could take out one guy every minute and a half. Like this. Have you gotten any glitches yet? If so, how many? I don't keep track of them anymore. A ton of them have happened on stream, but, you know.
Like a ton of them.
Like so many of them. Alright, so we went and spoke to the monk. I also want to point out, I love that I have these big flaming claw arms, but like my ability to do melee damage is fucking trash. If you can't keep track, then it's hilariously bad. Here's the thing. It's a combination of I haven't kept track intentionally, and also there's been a ton of them, but they're not always stuff that's necessarily important to make a big fuss about. Like, I was playing the other night while I was talking to Rachel, and when I went into her room, a guy glitched out and freaked out, and when he stood up, he T-posed into the table. That's pretty bad, but it's not game-breaking. But I've had other ones where I've tried to complete a quest, and then the guy just was walking down the street. And my mission was to escort him. And then he tripped over a dead body and fell on the ground and went, ugh, and then refused to get up, and I couldn't complete the quest.
What happened?
I couldn't complete the quest because the man just tripped. Enjoying my Christmas, relaxing in my room, watching Stargate SG-1. Fuck off with watching SG-1. Nick's watching SG-1 too. And I can't! It's not available in Canada on any services.
Of course I found him. He's safe and sound.
I love Stargate.
Just needs to catch his breath.
Thank you.
There are ways, Noid. I don't want to, like, VPN or pirate because I'm lazy.
I should not give in to
It used to be on Netflix, but then they took it off, and then it was on Prime, but then they took it off, and now the only way to get it is to subscribe through MGM on Prime. Just get a VPN. I know VPNs are fine. I'm lazy. Like, there was a whole section of that sentence you guys didn't listen to. You know, you could watch SG-1, use NordVPN to access content in other regions. I gotta get sponsored by Nord just so I can say NoidVPN, right? Like, I've got basically no real following on the internet, but like, everybody yell at NordVPN to get me a sponsorship. Got ExpressVPN, it's faster than Nord. Here's the thing, they're all, like, in my mind, like, whatever, like, kind of mediocre. Find Gottfried and Frederick's studio. Okay, hold on, we're gonna... Is this a gig dirty biz? I need to read these things.
I don't know if I should go make cake batter and cake, but like...
My good friend, televangelist Bryce Stone, don't ask, it's complicated, needs our help. His little boy was kidnapped and brutally murdered a few days ago. The NCPD dropped the case due to lack of evidence. Bryce decided to take matters into his own hands and found a beady scroll of his murder. It's the Virtues heavily edited, meaning there aren't a lot of clues to go on. If you could get your hands and identify the murderer. The Virtue was put out by two XBD tuners, Gottfried and Frederick, in Northside. Okay. Hey! You get to watch the game, like, shit itself. And then occasionally, me just be bad. Gottfried and Frederick, is this Gothric and Felix? I guarantee you it is not a Warhammer reference. Never knew your voice was so smooth. See, it isn't. It sounds like this sometimes. And sometimes it sounds horrible.
I like what it sounds like.
I called my uncle today because Christmas, right? And my mom was like, you should call your uncle. He gets sad that you don't talk to him anymore. And when I called him, he always calls and he doesn't tell me who he is when he calls. He just calls, right? Like, he assumes I know what his voice is. But I'm always, like, barely awake whenever he calls. So he just goes, hey. And I'm just like, gonna say who this is that's calling me? So today when I called him, I just did that for a while. And it took him a minute to realize who was calling. He's like, oh, you sitting there trying to talk at me with your dark, deep, delicious voice. I'm like, what are you saying to me right now? Like, what the fuck was that?
I mean, you got a nice voice.
He's an uncle you would like. You would not like his wife.
I don't like a lot of women. And that's weird saying this bisexual.
I fucked it up, didn't I? I fucked it up. It's fine. We'll still make money. It doesn't really matter. We have 2. Do we have 2.5? It's fine. Doesn't matter. I should get a voice modulator, actually. I really should. I have a mixer, but I should get a more expensive mixer that will allow me to fuck with stuff like that. But like I don't know. Like it's like his wife is the lady that I told you about, that when we were talking about the fact that people think like Asian women are attractive, she was like, I don't know, I think it's just the flavor of the month. It's like, I don't know, I think people have been pretty into Asian women since they discovered them.
I mean, I'm into Asian women.
Like, what a weird thing to be racist about. Like,
it's just the flavor.
Oh, you know, men are only interested in Asian women because that's the times. And I'm just like, I don't know, we could say that about Italian women, right, Teresa? She's one of those ladies, you know. Get a Stream Deck? I got a Stream Deck, but it's not gonna make my... Wait, does Stream Deck have a thing to make my voice different? Can I do a scream and then make it do that warbling effect that people have on YouTube videos where the eyes get really big and the mouth gets really big but the head gets really small? Does that make sense, what I just said?
I knew what you meant. Like, I hate that you asked it, but I knew what you meant. I'm sorry.
We're gonna start making everybody sick. You're actually gonna commit suicide, in fact? Oh, shit. Is he gonna come to where I'm at? The guy that I made commit suicide, like, died before he commit suicide. So he just shot himself anyway, while also still being infected.
Oh.
Extremely funny. Alright, we're gonna be jumping between cameras here.
Does Stream Deck have voice? No one ever answered that question.
Nobody answered me, I know.
What's it called? I'll look it up.
I feel like patient 0 is useless now. Listen, I'm just the COVID man, okay? Holy fuck, 1,000
What's
damage
it called?
critical.
Stream
The
Deck?
Elgato Stream Deck, yeah. Fine, Misty.
Easy voice changer for streaming. Elgato Stream.
Oh, well. Alright.
How to set up voice mod for Elgato Stream Deck. So you technically have it, I guess.
I'm sure. Okay, so it's voice mod. So it has like another thing that you would go to. Like it has an additional piece of software. That's fine. I could use that. Yeah.
Just miserable.
I love just being able to just explode these people through walls. It's so satisfying.
Everything hurts and I'm dying.
You do have, like, actual issues going on. What is that? Is that a turret? Yeah, it's a turret.
And, wanna know the best fucking part? Everything's closed right now because of fucking Christmas. Nothing's open, so I can't go get medicine. So I'm just sort of stuck here.
I mean, here's the thing.
No. I don't want to be touched right now.
I was gonna say, Rachel's in the state of, like, don't fuck with her right now. But, like...
Give me food. Give me chocolate.
Give it a little while.
It's not even a period. It's not even period problems. I'm just
I'm sorry. I just started laughing uncontrollably for a minute because I was like, why did I just get a message? And I realized it was a delayed message sent from you that came through on my phone. It was just that fucking giant furry porn drawing.
Yeah, that's what I'm drawing right now. Do you know how much I hate it? Here's the thing, it looks good for what it is. Like, I'm proud that I was able to draw a masculine bull with a giant penis.
You do very good work, but it comes with that caveat of, like, this is
I draw
just
furries so well!
a giant bull penis.
I draw furries
Okay, I think
better than I draw
everybody's-
people.
I think everybody's dead.
And it makes me so upset. The commission I just finished is a friggin' horse with tits and a dick flexing. And I hated it.
See, Ezekiel's been telling me that what I should do is I should just take, like, these moments of the streams and just, like, supercut them together and put, like, clickbait title on it, like, artist talks about giant furry dicks or something like that and post those as YouTube clips.
Just
And,
Rachel's turning into a furry artist? Question mark?
Yeah, like,
Just,
part of me thinks
like
I
the
should
Rule-
really be doing this because it's
well,
genuinely
like
funny.
The Rule 34 thing
The Rule
got...
34 one did get substantially more clicks.
I'm just... I hate that all I do now is furry porn. And I hate it. Like, and here's the thing, it's getting to the point where people will send me their characters, and if they're, I just block them. Like, I don't even attempt to, like, talk them into changing something. Like, hey, I'm not comfortable doing this, can we do this? I just, like, look at it and go, that's not worth my time right now, and I just block them. Like,
There's
I'm not dealing
something
with it.
so funny to me about... So I do similarly, but I do something else. Which is, you know those, like, either robots or alternatively just really desperate people that follow, like, a million people and try to just get, like, a ton of other people to follow them back, and they'll be like, this is my OnlyFans account.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime those happen, I just block them instantly.
I get that.
No, leave it. Some go for that.
I just...
Buy yourself
And,
some
like,
chocolate
they'll
when the
be-
store's open. Yeah.
They'll be nice. They'll be real nice. But, like, they'll be like, hey, this is a character that I want, and I'll be like, cool, can we change this? And they'll be like, well, and then I just block them. It's like, nope. Well, here's the thing, I always see if they're following me first, and if they follow me, I'm like,
You're a
we
bit
might
more...
work. It's like, I might, let's see what we can do, let's see if we can work on this, but if they don't follow me, like, one person was like, hey, do you do animations? I want you to do my character just getting fatter. I'm like, I hate that this is what my art is turning into, and I just went, I'm not comfortable doing that, no, I'm sorry, and I also don't animate, like, no. It's like, oh, well, I'll pay you extra if you're not comfortable with it, and I'm like, you would have to pay me literally $800 to draw a fucking animation of someone getting inflated. Like, it wouldn't be worth it.
I gotta say, we picked a great time to be talking about this, as we've encountered two people whose job is to create creepy virtual porn.
Oh, wonderful.
And also snuff films, but you know.
I'm so... It's getting to the point where, like...
Ring any bells?
When someone's like, I have this... Because it used to be like, oh, I don't like people's ordinary, like, average characters. Give me something cool. Now it's to the point where I'm just like, just give me... Like, one person just commissions me, and it's just like... It's a chubby girl with, like, black hair who likes to wear, like, cute pink things. And I'm like, oh, thank Christ. Like, I'm so happy. I'm like, you're a saint. Thank you. I'm tired of... Like, I don't mind doing it. But it's like, I just need a break, man. I'm tired of... The dick is the size of a car.
Nobody gives us anything.
Paul Rudd is now playing Bloons TD6. Don't worry about it.
Or, like,
secure.
People, whenever somebody goes, "What are your limits to drawing?" I instantly know it's gonna be like, I'm like, whatever you're going to ask
Reflection in the mirror.
is going to be outrageously awful. And sure enough, I'm like, it depends on what you're asking, and I tell them like, no gore, no like weird like supersized shit, whatever. And one guy was like, would you draw 2 Futanari, but the one Futanari is fucking the other Futanari's penis, like through the pee hole? And I'm like, nope, not gonna do that either. That's disgusting. I'm very sorry. No. And then they get mad that I say no. And I'm like, you can find another artist. Like, if you scroll through my Twitter, what it all, I mean, I don't post the commissions I do on Twitter, but it's like, what it all makes you think that, like, I would do that? Like, no. The most I do is, like, pin-up stuff. Like, no. Get out of here. You fucking perverts.
I love these stories about just your art life, because it's something I won't ever need to encounter myself.
It's
I
awful.
strongly want to kill at least the sun.
Should I turn?
There's something just extremely funny to me about it. I've seen pretty much everything. I'm 36 and I've lived on the internet for 18 plus years. I mean, the stuff I've seen on the internet, like even, yeah, like
Here's the thing, I've
about.
seen shit on the internet. That doesn't mean I want to draw it.
Well, what I was going to say is, like I remember the old internet when shock sites were the big thing.
Yeah.
And I remember like unfettered gore.
Do you remember like when there was a time where people were like really into like weird like
oh shit, this guy's still alive? What the fuck? Sorry.
Of people getting like there's that one GIF that people used to get off to, and it's just like that girl like held up against a wall, and like the laser like cuts her skin off.
Yeah. The one where it's like the little like loli in the cage room. Yeah. And it's like an isometric animation, yeah.
Yeah, and people are like really into that, and I'm like,
see, here's the thing. That's a fetish for like 4 people, but most of the people who were posting it as like a meme.
Yeah.
That one lives in my brain rent-free because Justin Wang won't fucking stop talking about it.
Do you want to know the first experience with hentai I've ever had?
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, I mean, welcome to the internet.
The first hentai experience I ever had was...
need to learn to get off the piss like the rest of us.
I do like water sports shit. Not shit, but like water sports.
That's fine.
But the first experience with hentai I ever had, I was like 13. It's like I was already sexually active. It's just like, let's see what everybody's talking about.
That's about the right age,
and I remember people. Not the sexually active part, but watching porn, yes.
No, well, sexually active varies though. Like for some people.
And I was sitting there and I didn't have headphones in. Because it's like wasn't thinking like, oh, it's porn, it's probably gonna be bad. And I didn't have headphones in, and it was really loud, and then I just hear my dad storming up the steps, and I sort of just looked at the screen, and I'm like, well, he already knows I'm doing it, there's no point in stopping it, so I turned my laptop so it was facing the door, so the moment he walked in, he just sees the hentai on the screen, and I'm just staring at him.
Power move.
I'm just staring at him, and he looks at me, he's just like, you shouldn't watch that stuff, and I'm like, it's artistic, Dad, and he just stops and looks at it and goes, put headphones in at least. And so I put headphones in and he never brought it up again.
Also, yeah, I don't understand gore, but also, like, as a actually crazy person, I get, like, to a point, what the fuck just happened with that car?
There's a difference between, like...
I get it to a point.
There's a difference between, like, heavy BDSM and, like, I'm going to cut your arm off and fuck the...
Well, like, for some people, the gore is definitely, like, I'm into this. But for other people, I feel like it's more symbolic, almost. Like, for some people, it's like a power struggle.
I also
Is
feel
Hannibal
like
getting off to eating people? I don't think it's a sexual thing for Hannibal. I think it's just a compulsion. It's a power thing.
There are people who do get sexually,
there are cannibals who are aroused.
Yeah.
If you give a human enough time, you'll find a person
They'll
that's
get aroused
excited
to
by
anything.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was getting at. Like, there are like, I even sometimes find myself being like, oh, this thing that I used to be into doesn't get me off either as quickly or, like, watching stuff. Like, it doesn't either get me off as quickly, I'm just not into it, so I'm trying to, like, I find myself, like, looking up more intense things.
Yeah.
And, like, at what point do you look up, like, woman gets torn in half, and you're like, I guess this works.
I don't want to make everything... Like, I don't want to be that person that makes everything Warhammer. But you're literally describing why Slaanesh exists. Like, and this is the thing that, like, everybody likes to make Slaanesh about porn, sex. Slash is the god where things have tits and dicks, right? And, yeah, that's true to a point, but what you're describing is basically just how addiction also works, right? Where you become accustomed to a certain amount of something, and then you require more of it to continue to be able to receive the same release of, you know, chemicals in the brain. And so that's the kind of beauty of that Warhammer character, is their whole thing is, what if that, but pushed to every extreme for all of them? Like, every
Are you finding out that I'm addicted to porn?
I don't think you're addicted to porn.
I watch porn a lot.
Yeah,
and not even to get off. Sometimes I just watch it.
I don't think you're... Well, here's the thing. If you're not using it as, like, a stimulus thing in that way, I don't think you're addicted. Like...
No, sometimes it's just fun to watch.
Yeah, like, if you get genuine enjoyment out of it, then it's fine. It's another thing if you're, like, not able to go without a thing.
I usually have porn whenever I, like, masturbate.
No, but that's a different thing. That's
I can't...
Because humans are key to, like, need some form of an experience, right?
Like, I don't know how people get off by not doing... Because I know people who are like, I don't watch porn, I just jerk it. I'm like, how?
I don't... because of the fact that I'm me, and there's that certain air of mystery that surrounds me where people like to make the meme of, like, Noid is an eldritch god masquerading as a human sort of thing because of how different I am about most stuff, right? I will say that
you're indifferent to porn.
I think like for the amount of indifference I have to that, I think sound is a bigger cue than visual for me.
I get that. Okay, this is gonna be really strange. And I like porn with sound, but I don't like it when the woman is vocal. I like it when the dude is vocal.
I think that's fair, right? Because it's... You don't like... you don't like women being loud a lot of the time anyway, which is one of the reasons why you're like, give me English dubs, because then I'm not hearing Japanese women screaming at, like, 4,000 decibel levels.
Yeah, like, I mean, if the woman has a lower voice, that's good, but, like, porn... And I also don't watch,
This man's just looking right at me.
I also don't like watching, like professional porn, because it's, like, done up, it's over, it's, like, the woman is moaning too much. It's like, this is a husband and a wife.
You want a more authentic experience.
Yeah, it's like, this is a husband and a wife that just like to record themselves fucking. I'm like, cool, this is neat.
See, I love that you're just, and this is me going off on a slight tangent, but I love what you're describing is exactly how I feel about YouTube channels. Like, I like to watch, like, there's a couple of channels that I watch that are bigger channels that have, like, nice production and whatever. You know what I mean, right? But then most of the time, it's like, I just want to watch, like, a guy who's like, here's how I paint my Space Marine, and he just kind of shows you a little simple, like, how to.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of... Because, like, here's the thing. Typically with porn, the woman's not, like, professional porn, the woman isn't enjoying it. And most of the time, the guy isn't enjoying it.
It's a job.
You have two actors that are, like... There's literally somebody, like, off to the side that when the guy starts to get soft, he goes to that person, gets his dick hard, and then goes back at it. And, like...
It honestly seems like a really miserable job.
Yeah. all because your dick is big and you're a good-looking guy. That's why I like realistic things, like husband and a wife, or like girlfriends or
Partners.
boyfriends or whatever.
There's the intimacy level as well. Like, for some people, they respond better to intimacies.
Or glory holes are kind of cool.
Okay, here's the thing. The only reason I'm even gonna entertain a discussion on that is I cannot believe that Canada fucking authorized, like, going to them.